Hello and welcome to Whisky Sisters podcast. I am Inka Larissa.
And I am Jennifer Rose.
Together we will bring you a monthly whiskey podcast where we will be discovering drams, exploring distilleries, and talking to industry experts and catching up with our whiskey pals.
We will be sharing exciting whiskey adventures, sticking our noses into some whiskey news, keeping our drams on fire, of course, and cutting through any industry bullshit. So, buckle up and enjoy the ride.
You're listening to the Whisky Sisters podcast with Inka Larissa and Jennifer Rose.
Welcome, our lovely whiskey pals, and to new listeners, yeehaw, glad you've joined us. Welcome to Season 5. What can everybody expect for Season 5, Inka?
Oh, well, hey everyone. Yeah, I feel like Season 4 lasted forever. Season 5, I'm excited. I've been trying to work behind the scenes to get us some interesting topics to chase it up a little bit for Season 5. So I've been sending messages to some Italian whiskies, not just Pony, but like other ones.
Nice.
See if we could just get a little bit more intel and maybe some samples. There's going to be a female-owned American whiskey because, you know,
Very
it's not all
nice.
about Scotch. And we have
No.
lots of American listeners. Possibly we did talk about Jura, didn't we? Because it's kind of
Yeah.
Jura. People have like a love and hate relationship with Jura. So I've never really sampled them that much. So I'm quite keen to explore that a little bit more.
Me too, because I think they're often overlooked, Jura.
Yes, and also I've been in touch with Lafroig. There might be something to do with that. And, you know, we did both really love Fragrant Drops last year. So I think we should try to get them on the pod and I think could be fun. They're quite fun, aren't they?
Definitely. Absolutely. Sounds good, Inka.
Yes. So as you can probably hear, I got a little bit of a cold trying to come through. So I do my best with all the sampling notes. Happy Valentine's Day, or Friendship Day, as we call it in Finland. You know, we celebrate with friends and not our partners.
Which is so lovely, and I like that we're recording on Valentine's Day.
I know, exactly. That's what I was thinking. This is like proper classic Finnish Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and I love that it's not just about romantic love and it's about all the good vibes.
Yeah.
I did see this thing on social media and I think it was saying a Slovak phrase. Don't worry if you're not in love on Valentine's Day, because Saint Valentine was also the patron saint of mental illness. But I don't know if that was just social media garbage or whether there's any truth in that. I didn't check it out.
Yeah, I don't really like the American version of Valentine's Day. I think your partner should always be nice to you.
Yeah, all the days.
Yeah, and like, you know, it's all about the little things and not just because I know lots of people can get really upset if they don't get something on Valentine's Day from their partner. Yeah. Unlike me, I would just be embarrassed. Don't do that. No, thanks. Actually, and meanwhile, my husband is watching rugby, so I'm quite happy. He's doing his thing. I'm doing mine.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The sign of true love indeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Whisky Sisters!
So today we have 4 Raasay whiskies. I know we've kind of talked about Raasay a little bit before, but we've never actually done an episode.
Yeah, I was thinking it's been named so much and referenced so much throughout the years, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And like everyone knows that I'm a fan and I've been there and stuff. So I feel like it's a good way to start. It's like an easy entering into the new season because we've been talking about it. I have to be honest, a lot of these samples aren't like the latest, but we will talk about the latest releases as well. But I just want to give people an idea of what Raasay is all about if you're not familiar with the distillery so much. So, yeah.
I like that too, because it's not always about the latest being greatest, is it? And it's hard to keep up with every distillery's release. So I like that it's not necessarily that.
Exactly. That's the thing. I feel like you're always chasing your tail if you try to keep up with the
Mhm.
latest. And a lot of times people just want to buy, whatever they see or yeah, definitely. I
Exactly.
agree.
Whatever they come across at any given time.
Yeah. Before we start, I'm just wondering, how's your year been so far? Because I know we've both been like super duper busy, haven't really had time to catch up, but just like, how have you been? Okay. You
I
obviously you had a big birthday.
I had a big, ginormous birthday, so I've been luxuriating in the kindness of family and friends. And for somebody that is usually super awkward in receiving gifts and being that focal point, I got into the swing of it very well, and I actually was kind of loving it and being a bit of a birthday diva. So that was so nice.
I know,
I'm
and I
really
have to
kind of,
say, I love that you were wearing pink on your birthday and not just your usual black. Like, I think I've seen more, you're wearing more colors, so I feel like this will be a really good decade
yeah.
for you.
Well, listeners, those of you that have been tuning in for a while all know that Inca is Finnish. She's, of course, been Finnish, like super au fait with all things sauna. And we often talk about saunas in our tasting notes in various ways. And I'm becoming a massive fan and using the sauna more. And Inca got me this super magical Finnish people gift for my birthday that includes so many cool things: oils for getting in the sauna, the funky hat that you wear to protect your scalp, the little towels for your bum cheeks. What are they called again, Inka?
Befletti.
The flette. And like this cleansing salt and everything, and this like peaty face mask. I'm like, yes, everybody needs a Finnish pal that can educate them in the art of proper sauna management.
Yeah,
So
and I feel,
thank you again for my
well,
gift.
you're welcome, but I think that was also like a double whammy because you get the sauna experience, Finnish
Hmm.
style, but also now you understand some of my tasting notes better.
Exactly.
After you used all those products, you'll be like, now I see what she meant
Now
when,
I get it. Yeah.
yeah,
So I will be feeding back more information as the year unfolds.
yeah.
So I've had a super lovely time, Anka. What about you? Have you had a nice 2026 so far?
Yeah, honestly, January went so fast, and we obviously have a new puppy in the house, so it's keeping us very
Woo-hoo.
busy.
I'll bet.
Yeah, so it's all been very good, but exciting, tiring, and no wonder I got a little bit of a cold. But no, I went to Rome to watch the Scotland rugby game, which was shockingly bad, by the way.
Oh
So
no.
it was pouring it down in rain, so I just think I just got a little bit of a cold from there.
Oh, bless you.
But
Have you been watching the Winter Olympics in Italy?
no, kind of a little bit, but it's always just like 3 days or 4 days of curling. I was like, oh, God's sake! Every time I put it on, it was curling on or
Was
something like that.
curling? Because I think Winter Olympics is quite nice to watch with a wee dram, and I love the super funky like ice skating and stuff. It's like Blades
Yeah,
of Glory. I love it.
they used to have ski ballet on in the
What
Olympic
the
Winter Olympic.
heck?
Yeah, I've been seeing videos of all the like that used to be a thing. Literally, they were
Oh
skiing and
my
doing ballet. Like
God.
it was kind of insane. Oh,
That
good
is
love it. I think it was
insane.
80s. But also there's been lots of drama. I saw this Norwegian guy who I think he got bronze on, I can't remember even what it was. But then like at the interview when they were like congratulating him and stuff, he started crying and was telling how he cheated on his girlfriend. It's like time and a place. Yeah, it's like I met my love of my life 6 months ago and 3 months ago I cheated and blah blah blah. It's like this is not
Overshare,
yeah.
filter. Do we have a pause on this?
First of all, like it was they only met 6 months ago, and then imagine the girlfriend now being like, "You literally told the whole world." Like
Wow.
how? Like I don't want my business. It's so weird. And I saw today in the curling there was major drama. I'm going now. Like I haven't watched any of it, but I seem to like be knowing
But
all
you're
the
up to
dramas.
date on the gossip.
Yeah, so on the curling, it was Sweden who are I think are the champ or like they were doing really well against Canada. They were saying that the Canadians were cheating, and that then the Canadian was telling the Swedish guys to fuck off, and like it was
Oh.
going crazy. Yeah, and also one last thing, I did see Snoop Dogg and Stanley Tucci. doing Winter Olympics, and it was just like a combination I didn't know I needed.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, have you been sipping some whiskey and watching the gossip-fueled Winter Olympics? We want to know.
I've not like I've just been some older ones, like emptying some older bottles, like Aaron's signature series, the first one. Yeah, like not loads, I've not actually been drinking that much.
For my birthday, I got some Cotswolds whiskey from a lovely friend, and I got some Oban 14 also. So I'm doing very well for the start of the year. So I'll get some Oban 14 your way as well soon, Inka.
Nice. Yeah, sounds good. I love how you're sharing your birthday gifts with me.
Oh, yeah.
I bought some new Ardbeg from Brave New Spirits, so we'll get that on the sampling table as well.
Sharing
But
is caring.
so it's basically quite a big year again for some distilleries. Just thought we will just kind of give people some intel for this few distillers just to keep an eye on before we start on Raasay. So Inchdarney is gearing up to open their distillery for visitors this summer, starting with at least four intimate daily tours for 6 to 8 guests each. So it'll be really nice. And also the Dalmore distillery, which I'm quite keen to feature as well at some point. I know it's a bit like luxurious and stuff, but I've never really tried too many Dalmore, so it'd be nice to feature at some point. Actually, I know someone who likes whiskey but don't really pay attention like what kind of, and he just keeps buying Dalmore because he likes the bottle.
Because the bottle, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't argue with the stag. Yeah, I
I
think it's
know.
marketing genius. Definitely.
But yeah, so they finally opening their doors to the new expanded site. The investment, which was around 40 million, was used to create a new visitor center. I'm sure it will be high-end experience. And they also have a new production facility. So there's no opening date as of yet, but I've signed up on the newsletter to hear, but it will definitely be this year. So that will be very exciting, I think.
Yeah, very nice. And Old Pulteney, that we've discussed on the pod before, is celebrating its 200th anniversary this year with an exciting calendar of celebrations planned to mark this epic milestone. And that'll include some of the maritime malt's most remarkable and exclusive releases to date. So we're quite excited about that. It's not the only distillery celebrating its 200th anniversary, because delicious Glendronach is also celebrating too. And this distillery is hosting many special events and experiences to celebrate this. And I don't know if you've seen much of Stuart Buchanan's social media posts recently, Inca, of his jaunts. It looks like he's been doing some lovely tastings and stuff. I think maybe Singapore, certainly the Far East, and they look very luxurious and delish. So I thought we've said it many times, but we really must catch up with him again soon.
I know, we really should, definitely. You need to organize that. He's your pal.
Well.
Or crush, was it crush?
Both.
Childhood crush. Yeah. Yeah, you can book I'll see all the events and things that they are doing through their website. I think they started selling tickets at the end of January, so yeah.
Definitely worth checking it out.
And Tamnavillin, the mill on the hill, turns 60 years old as well, and they will be releasing a very special whiskey to celebrate. And I've been told there are less than 300 bottles available, so you might want to keep an eye on their socials for the launch date, which should be at the end of this month or early March. But yeah, and I've kind of been chatting with them as well, so it might be a distillery that we will be featuring later on this year too.
Nice, very good.
Raise a glass and stick your nose in it.
Okay, stick your nose in it. After years of patience, 9 years in fact to be precise, Morrison family-owned farm-to-bottle distillery, Aberargie. Is that how you say that?
I don't know. I would have said Aberargie. No, Aberargie. Yeah, I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
I've never said it out loud. You just read it out.
Yeah.
I think you said it better. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that. Aberargie is ready to release its first ever single malt whiskey, carefully selected from its earliest casks, although it's unsure what the age of this release will be, but it certainly marks a super big milestone for the Perthshire distillery, and it's going to be available from the 3rd of March, and the asking price is going to be £65. So But it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, I quite like the bottle design as well. It looks nice. But we will next month we are covering some farm distilleries, so we will talk about a little bit more of them
Yeah.
as well. Ardbeg released a cask strength 10-year-old after the distillery's fans requesting the higher ABV edition throughout 2 decades or so. So I guess they finally got the message and now are giving consumers what they want. It's bottled at 61.7% ABV, and
What?
I will have bottle very soon, so we can sample it at some point.
Super cool. And how nice that they've taken that feedback on board, albeit it took them a while to get their wheels in motion.
Yeah, but the 10 is really nice. I do like it. So it'll
It's
be,
nice.
but I do like cask strength stuff, so I'm quite excited.
Glenweavis has secured $500,000 in funding. So Glenweavis is the first community-owned distillery with its roughly 3,800 members having equal say in the distillery's governance. So this distillery was founded in 2013 by a helicopter pilot named John Mackenzie on his farm in Dingwall and granted Glenweavis a 175-year lease for a rent of £1 per year on his farm, which sounds like a bargain to me. The site began making whisky and gin in 2018, and the funding will help Glenweavis continue to develop whisky production and create new jobs, and that will strengthen its marketing and sales capacity, we would imagine.
That would be a distillery to keep an eye on as well, I think, in the future. Starward Whiskey has announced that the founder David Vitale has fully acquired their business, concluding Diageo's and other shareholders' involvement in the business. And founded in 2007, the brand had been supported by Diageo's Distill Ventures Accelerator program since 2015. I can't remember this from from the news sections when Diageo said that they ended the program. It was Starward and some other distillery that were kind of on the shaky ground. So it's good to know that they've managed to get back in their horse.
Yeah, to remount their stallion.
Yeah, but imagine like you started the distillery and then it's kind of taken its course, and now like at least now he's got his own, like it's his again. And I'm sure there will be some changes though, because surely like Diageo put a lot of money on things.
Whisky Sisters.
So 10 years ago, Bill Dobby discovered a Victorian villa known as Borrowdale House for sale in a prime location on a small Hebridean island called Raasay. A year later, the planning permission was approved and it was renovated into a small hotel with additional buildings for the distillery and a visitor center. Fast forward to today, and they have built a rusty. Have built a multi-award-winning distillery with exceptional whiskey releases, as you know, because I'm always raving.
Exactly.
The distillery has also played a key role in reviving the island's population, which has grown to, I think it was 194 residents the last time I looked, an 8% increase from the year before. The average age of the distillery workers is 30 years old. When I was there in the summer, I was thinking everyone's super young.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's, that's you getting older, Inka, but yeah, that is super young.
Yeah. And no, everyone's literally like early 20s, I thought, like half of my age. I know, getting
Do
old.
their mums know they're here?
Yeah.
And the inspiration for their whisky style came from the older styles of Hebridean single malts, styles that had been lost over the centuries. The Isle of Raasay's signature flavour profile is lightly peated whisky with noticeable notes of rich dark fruit and sweet spice such as cinnamon and vanilla. And they do distill both peated and non-peated whiskies, and they're matured separately in 3 types of casks: first fill rye whisky, virgin, chink pinot, and first fill Bordeaux red wine. After maturation, spirits from these 6 casks are blended to create the core Isle of Raasay single malt whisky, affectionately known as the Dram. 2 A's in that Dram, same as Raasay, like what they did there. and that's bottled at 46.4% ABV.
What do you think about that name? Because they just renamed it like quite recently.
I quite like it, the Dram. Do you?
Yeah, I guess it just like makes it a little bit different. 'Cause when you talk about core releases and stuff, no one really has a name, do they? It's like a
Yeah.
7-year-old or a 10-year-old,
Yes. Yeah, I
there's not
quite
that.
like it.
Hmm.
And I like double A play on the word.
So the Chinkapin oak casks have high char and high toast levels, which brings caramel sweetness and barbecue smokiness to the spirits and also contributes the color. The Bordeaux casks are made using 2 different varieties of French oak, and these will add savory, spicy notes. And obviously, the high quality red wine will also bring those notes, like those desired dark fruit flavors, black
Yeah.
cherries, plums. And finally, the American rye whiskey casks are like contributing more on the spicier side of things, black pepper notes, and also a little bit of the sweet butterscotch. That's kind of the holy trinity, what Raasay whiskey is all about. And they obviously the dram is made of all those peated and non-peated. They mix the peated and non-peated together, but then they also do those kind of single cask bottlings, solely peated or non-peated, so you can explore the different casks in a different way. So they will release new single cask bottlings of these casks every 2 years. So the next being the 7-year-old expression, which I think is due this year. So that will be exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. And the water itself comes from their own well, Tobar na Bain, which means the well of the pale cow, not just any cow, but a Peely Valley one, which flows across the volcanic rock and filters through Jurassic sandstone before reaching the distillery. And the same water is used for fermentation, distillation, and bottling. And the unique show-stopping bottle design, which is so beautiful, it looks like the chunkiest glass ever, doesn't it? Captures the island's natural beauty. They used fossils and rocks from around the island to mould the print in the glass. The Raasay gin bottle uses the same concept with the addition of juniper used in the moulding process. So cool. You've got to
Yeah,
hand
they're
that
really
over.
nice. They're good
Yeah.
bottles to keep for like just for decorational purposes at home, I
Yeah.
think.
And you know those wee things you can get now that make it quite easily into a little lamp and stuff.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you can put
Yeah.
low lights or some dried flowers or something.
Yeah.
So the island may be small. It's 14 miles long, 3 miles wide. But there's actually many walks that you can explore and animals can be spotted. So they're known for their wildlife like red deer, sea eagles, dolphins, and loads of rabbits. The rabbits are like crazy. There's so many rabbits. So if you go with your dog or something, you need to be really careful.
Mm.
So the rabbits actually were originally introduced by a former landowner for their sport hunting. Ugh. They seem to be multiplied and become like a familiar sight in the landscape. And now they can just roam freely. So there will always be rabbits on the island.
Wee
So
free bunnies, not having to dodge the
yeah,
bullets.
they're
That's
literally like a wee bunnies. They're super cute. I know the hotel, like I love staying there and it's nice, but it is a bit expensive. And they just opened like new rooms or like these little huts at the back of the distillery, and they look
okay.
really nice, and you would have amazing views. But it
I was
is a
going to
bit
say the
pricey.
hotel, is it more like what you would do for a special occasion, like a honeymoon or a birthday or something?
Yeah, I think or like if you go a little bit off season or get some sort of deal, or I don't know. Like I feel like it's definitely something to do one time, but
Mm-hmm.
I can see why people might not necessarily go to. Like I feel like it's just getting more and more expensive.
I mean,
You
it's
know?
not cheap to like holiday on the Western Isles or the Highlands of Scotland, that's for sure. I can understand maybe for them running the place and you know accessing things, it's
Mm,
probably expensive to do that, I would imagine. But yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because it is so expensive as well. And then all the stuff, if like, I'm not normally critical of Razi really, but one thing I would say that I noticed last time, because all the staff is so young, I feel like they don't have enough experience of hospitality, or they just get all chatty. I don't know, like the service maybe at times could have been a little bit better, or like the quality of some of the like things that they offered. Like during the day, you couldn't get a coffee, for
Oh
example. Or like,
no.
yeah, what kind of place doesn't offer coffees? But like, I
Mm-hmm.
felt like there was a few things, and I'm just thinking, you're spending a lot of money to come there. I
Yeah.
think they should maybe, and because I felt like I was kind of looking like, who's the adult here? Like who's in charge? You know what I mean? Like a
Can
little
I
bit
have
like
a
this.
grown up to organize daily coffee?
Well, I don't know. It's just like I just felt like they were it
Interesting.
was just needed a little bit more structure, or like the staff was just a little bit all over the place. But it was in the summer as well, so I don't know if they just had some extra new
Yeah.
staff or something.
Sure,
But that
sure.
was like the only thing I'd say, that for the money, I feel like they should maybe just focus a little bit on that. But yeah, so if you don't want to go and stay overnight, or for some reason you can, whatever. But if you happen to be in Skye or just want to go anywhere, you can just get the ferry from Sconser and make a day of it. It literally takes 25 minutes. You don't need to book any tickets. You just walk in, get the ferry. You can go by car, or you can leave the car on Skye and just access on foot, because it's literally, short walk from the ferry terminal.
I actually just read something the other day that I'm not sure of the airline, but there was a lot of flights going to be released from Glasgow to Skye in the coming year. So that's maybe
Oh,
worth a little look as well.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's go and drink the whiskies, because I'm sure
Let's
people
drink the
mainly
whiskey.
just want to know about the whiskies.
Exactly.
Dram on fire.
So this one we're trying is not this is from the bottle before they named it Dram, but it's basically the same thing. So yeah.
Like mentioned before, the Dram is the Isle of Raasay Distillery's signature single malt whiskey, 46.4% ABV, natural colour, non-chill filtered, made with the 6 cask recipe and is lightly peated.
So what did you think on the nose?
Nose, it has changed, as we often say on the podcast, it has changed now the year's been in a while. First, I get very strong candied fruits, quite a potent lemony, but I was almost thinking like a savoury lemongrass soup aroma. But then lemon drizzle cake and soggy, juicy pastry, like the base of an apple pie or something on the nose.
Interesting. I found it quite sweet, more like caramel and white chocolate with some kind of woody smokiness.
I definitely don't have the sharpness of the lemon that I did have earlier.
I've seen people saying like citrus before, but I just didn't get any citrus personally. How about the palate?
See, I did get it citrusy. I got it kind of, I don't know if it was because I was thinking of lemon drizzle cake. I was thinking on the palate of the icing, lemon icing, and a kind of flaky, buttery pastry. But I did get quite a charred barbecue fruitiness coming through on the palate.
Oh, did you get any of the kind of darker berries that they...
I think I was too hyper fixated on the citrus that I was getting.
I was getting more like biscuity notes, gentle
Right.
pepperiness. I found it almost mineral, and like I was imagining kind of coastal wind.
Oh, nice.
But then definitely some blackberry marmalade in like in chocolate, like a sweet, chocolate coated marmalade, and maybe more on the butterscotch on the finish, and also slightly ashy smoke, but still kind of sweet. Now it feels quite sweet.
So we're having quite a different experience today. Anyway, we're having quite a different approach to the Dram.
Yeah. Obviously, my kind of palate might be slightly questionable, but
I don't think so. But I think you have a established relationship with Raasay, so I think that history of all the Drams you've tasted and being there and whatever, I guess that
but
refines and influences.
I also feel like our palates, because they are a bit different. Like I do feel like you often get more of the citrusy notes that I don't find.
Different filters as we.
But I like it as a kind of intro to Raasay, really. Like, and it's an easy. It's a if you want to buy someone a gift or just like have your go-to whiskey at home, I think it's quite nice.
I could really go a bit lemon cake with it now. I think it'd be so tasty.
Oh, I'd like that. I like lemon cake when it's all kind of, juicy and proper lemony, like bit stingy.
I think it's very sippable, very pleasant, and I liked it.
I really fell in love with Raasay. Like, I think if anyone can get hold of any of these kind of tasting sets where they've split all the different casks
Yes.
or, that kind of that you can understand the individual casks and then how they put together. It's still quite young distillery. But there was just so much flavor on all of the samples. It just got me really excited, and I've really been a fan ever since. So
I love that. It's nice.
I'm not saying all their releases are necessarily like my favorite, but I like a lot of the style. Later this month, the distillery is bringing out an exciting global release that will join the Dram and the Duncana, which is the sherry one, as their core lineup. And this whiskey will be fully matured in Chinkapin oak, bottled at 50.2% and made with both peated and unpeated whiskey. So that will be exciting. I might have to get a bottle of that because I do like the Chinkapin as well because it's a bit more sweeter.
I feel I've not heard of Chinkapin, but have I just not been concentrating on past episodes?
Yeah.
Okay.
well, like
I've forgotten everything I know about Chinkapin.
yeah, taking too much off and forgot everything. Glenallachie have those, the peated ones, what they called again. My brain's not working. They do the Chinkapin one, which is really, really nice. And, the turbo and all these ones. Like, yeah, I think there's quite a bit Chinkapin around now. But this one will be fully matured in Chinkapin oak, which I'm not sure if anyone's done before. So, yeah, it'll be exciting to try that. Let's do the lightly peated, fully matured in virgin Colombian cask. This one is the first of its kind in Scotch whisky industry and bottled at 50.7. I like how they all are quite punchy. So the story of this one is that I was at the pot still with Phil, our friend Phil, that we've mentioned before. And we did this like, okay, let's go and buy each other a dram and then like don't tell what it is.
That's nice.
So he got me this. And honestly, I just loved it. I thought it was something Campbelltown, like super fun.
Okay.
And I just loved it so much that I literally went online and bought a bottle. And I've only just opened it now. I've been keeping it because I had so many bottles open. So I opened it now for this episode. There's still some bottles available online as well, which is good. So in case anyone likes the sound of it, check it out.
Well played, Pete Whiskey Tutor. That's a good dram if you can inspire someone to buy a whole bottle of it. I think there's so much going on in the nose. Initially, I got strong, like glassy cherries, marzipan, maybe like almond cake. But I think there's like depth of juicy kind of red fruits. There's a grassiness on the nose for me. But it's so like rich, but not heavy, sickly rich.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's exciting on the nose.
So on the nose, I'm glad I tried this before as well, before I kind of know that I'm a little like a quite fragrant. Vanilla custard, butterscotch.
Yeah.
I was getting those classic blackberries, heathery smoke. It definitely has Campbelltown kind of vibes.
Outdoorsiness.
Yeah.
Outdoorsy funk.
So how was the palate for you?
Delicious. It was maybe kind of syrupy, fruity, but not sickly. An almondy essence, cakiness. Maybe a mild white pepper spice.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking ginger biscuits. Maybe a little minty freshness there as well.
And as you said that, I was licking my lips and I did get such a fresh mint vibe. That's so spooky.
Nice.
Tip of the tongue mintiness, yeah.
Pepperiness, a little bit of ash, cinnamon. Yeah, something funky. And I don't know, like I mentioned this before, the Brazilian bum cream.
Oh, yeah.
Because it has such a like strong smell, the cream. It's like salted caramel, vanilla, and like a pistachio kind of smell. So I feel like that kind of, and also the creaminess. The cocktail brandy Alexander?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay, so it's made of brandy, dark creme de cacao, heavy cream, and nutmeg. So it's like that kind of like creamy.
There's some like creamy richness. I almost feel like creamy, medjool-y, datey.
Yeah.
Like, rich,
that
but
kind
not
of
like pungent, not pungent Christmas rich, but really juicily rich.
It's really, really nice. I just
really nice.
I just thought it was so weird and funky that I find it super interesting that I wanted to get the bottle to really explore it more.
That's nice. Yeah,
Now that the bottle is open, I will be exploring even more.
Yes, we'll be horsing into it.
How about the finish? I was thinking maybe a little bit of rosemary or something like that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
maybe Brazil nuts.
Very nice. I definitely could go with a sort of, even like creamy cashew nut kind of residue as if you'd been eating them, and mildly charged, but not heavily peaty charged to my experience.
Yeah, it's funny because there is always a little bit of smokiness a lot of these releases, but
Not overpoweringly so, I wouldn't say.
no, and a lot of times it's kind of sweeter, and like this one with the heatheriness, like it's not the first thing that comes to mind, unless it's like one of the like just the heavily peated ones.
I found the Colombian oak one very comforting.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? It's not like
a hug. Yeah.
you probably wouldn't have too many of these because it's
No.
kind of there's a lot going on,
Yes.
but it is a great dram, I think.
Yes, very nice.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, I love it.
Whiskey, we love you.
So yeah, let's do the manzanilla now.
I got a much sweeter, almost candy floss at the fair sweetness. Again, me with my citrus, but maybe like a citrus grapefruit marmalade. I was trying to think, am I getting some sort of chocolate pudding vibes? But I wasn't sure, but maybe sweeties, like milky, chalky, chewy sweeties.
This was a distillery exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was fully matured in ex-manzanilla, bottled at 52% ABV. Yeah, I felt like it was kind of liqueur-filled chocolates.
Mm-hmm.
There was some sort of farm-like or damp aroma as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, goes with that funkiness. Like, it's Raasay the new Campbelltown funk,
I've written kind of salty in the nose, but I don't think it is salty. But there's something, like the kind of damp caves you get off the beach on the coast. It's not something
but it's
kind of like that. Yeah.
Isn't it like the Atlantic Ocean with the maritime, the sherry kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And manzanilla is known to be a bit more savory and nutty from the sherries anyway. Also on the nose, I was getting like creme fraiche.
Oh, nice.
I don't know, is it even the smell? It's like the taste. That's like, I don't know. Something like that.
Because creme fraiche is super like sweet savoury.
Yeah, like sour
savory.
cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really know what's the difference between sour cream and creme fraiche, or are they just kind of the same? There's the one is called smetana or something, which is like the Russian one.
I don't know that one.
I love that. I can see all that kind of stuff.
What about the palate for this one for you?
I was getting, sweet kind of sticky chili jam.
Okay.
That you use with like cheeses or something. More creme fraiche. Dark berries, the classic kind of Raasay dark berries. Smoke lingering, some briny olives, and
nice.
salted almonds.
Oh, very nice. Super different to my notes, but I don't know what it is with me in the Raasay with the citrus, but I got kind of like bitter lemon on the palate, kind of juicy sweet marmalade, maybe a nutty brown bread, buttered.
I can definitely. I just had a mouthful now, and it's been in my glass, and just whatever you were saying, I can kind of get the bitterness, like the orange rind.
Yeah,
and then also darker bread with some seeds or nuts or something.
Yeah, like with a wee salted butter, and the finish I found kind of charred and quite woody on the finish.
I don't find this so smoky.
I find the charred wood more like kind of stronger and heavier than any charredness from the first two.
Well, this is probably the oldest. I've had it for a while.
Okay.
I think it's probably just a little bit, it's the youngness, maybe a little bit of the new make character coming through as well. So it's maybe not as rounded as the other two, maybe.
I liked it, but I feel because I'd just come off the back, I tasted the Colombian oak one before that, and I feel I wasn't as excited by the...
Yeah, you know what? I'm obviously a cask owner and stuff, so I get all the emails, and if there's ever any whiskies that they release, always usually get the first dips to buy stuff, or at least like certain releases when there's not that many. So I tend to buy most of them. But this one, I have to say, I was maybe a little bit don't want to say disappointed, but maybe I just had higher hopes for it. Like
Yeah,
it didn't excite me as much as some of the other ones have.
that's it. Just it's interesting, isn't it? Really lovely dram, but yet maybe comparatively for your palate,
Yeah.
not as vavadoom.
Yeah. And I do like the idea, like I like exploring different types of sherries. So it's not always Oloroso PX.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting, but then I'm just thinking maybe I just don't like Manzanilla.
Yeah,
Like in
yeah.
general as well. Like maybe it's just not that type of sherry that in a whiskey works for me that much. Last we have this one is the 5-year-old peated Bordeaux. So again, you know that if they're releasing the 7-year-old this year. I didn't even realize when I sent you the sample and then I started to do some research. Like, oh my God, it's been 2 years. I think they're releasing the 7 this year.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit older and obviously it's been open a little bit and it might have just evolved a little bit. Because I have the peated Bordeaux cask at Raasay, I'm super interested to see how it evolves. And so I'm probably going to buy, just going to buy lots of Raasay this year, obviously. I will probably get the 7-year-old just to see. So,
For
and
research purposes, for
yeah, and
ongoing research.
I did have a feeling like, I don't know if we tried this before or not, but
I
you
kind
know,
of feel we have, but you know me and
yeah,
my memory recall, it's not the
I
best. But I
know.
feel
But I think it goes with the episode, and maybe not everyone's listened to it.
let's dive into the nose for this
Yeah,
peated Bordeaux.
yeah. This one is 60 point something percent ABV. Punchy. It's
Mm,
punching. So people feel free to add water, but obviously we don't.
so much like dark chocolatey black forest gatto for me, cherry liqueur, maybe some wood chips in a forest walk.
That's super interesting. Mine is more meaty. I
Mm.
beef jerky, Chinese duck pancakes with the plum sauce, which I actually really miss because you can't really get that in Italy, and in the UK they used to always do it really well. When you put little cucumbers in there and stuff.
Yeah,
Makes it
that is quite tasty.
lingonberry jam with
Nice.
reindeer meat. A quiet taste. No, it's just like gamey. It's a bit gamey. It's
Yes.
rich, meaty for me. I was quite surprised how meaty it was. And actually, I am getting the citrus now on this one. I'm getting clementine peel.
Oh, that's super interesting. And I have I'm naturally more of a sweeter palate than you. So I wonder if just my interpretation goes naturally to the sweet notes. But
Yeah.
I can get what you're saying about the gaminess, that kind of sweet meat. On
And
the palate, is it the same for you? Is it meaty on the palate?
well, yeah, it is because on the nose, I'm still like also getting that musty and like damp. I wrote like damp, mushroomy, cheesy note, and then I put in brackets again. It's
Mm.
Raasay, the new Campbelltown. I know, but like if you ever want to impress me with the whiskey or like, buy something that, that I would love, it's if there's a note of mushroom, I don't
Funky
necessarily,
mushroom,
yeah, if there's a
cheesy,
note of funky, cheesy mushroom kind of this kind of, mm,
basement vibes.
yeah, and like mushrooms, I hate mushroom soup as a dish, but
Me
as a
too.
whiskey tasting note, I'm in.
Mm-mm.
Like I dive deep. I'll eat the whole bowl. No, I'm just saying. I
Oh,
don't know. People, let me know if are you getting weird, damp, funky notes with Raasay?
yeah, yeah, definitely. It'd be good to hear. Palette for me, rich, chocolatey, fudgy cake with cherry. Like, what does that say there? Oh, I feel it's like an occasion dram, like that you would have like for special occasions and like maybe one off. I don't feel personally I would sit and sip like the whole night easy peasy because there's so much going on and it's like rich and juicy and delicious. So for
Yeah,
me, it's celebration dram.
yeah, I agree. Because it
My
is quite hefty.
Yeah, my only savoury notes, if you can call it savoury, was funky rainwater and kind of on the finish coal fire like aromas in the distance, but on the palate.
That's funny. But you are dessert over dessert
Exactly,
over starter, and I'm starter over dessert.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're a perfect harmony, Anka.
Mm. Well, I think that lovely mouthfeel, but I am getting gammon, which is
Mm-hmm.
good. But gammon is kind of like a sweeter style of meat, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
green peppercorns, grilled steak
Mm.
flavored crisps,
Ooh.
foresty kind of vibe,
Mm-hmm.
rose hip or similar kind of berry. Definitely some
Uh-huh.
berry there, but slightly more, I don't know, maybe like acidic, and fermented red apple or like kind of,
Oh,
slightly composty.
I would say it's very tasty.
It definitely feels a little bit sweeter now that it's been in the glass, but I'm not really sure what that. Maybe it's just the fermented sugars from the apple.
I don't know if it's me because I've had the 4 drams now, or whether it's that one specifically, but I feel like, I could just go for a wee snoozy snooze.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I got a little glow on my cheeks. On the
Exactly.
how about the Finnies? Anything interesting? The Finnies, I was just like mine is Christmas tree and juniper, so kind of piney notes.
Nice. And mine was just the kind of going into the finish for me was just the funky rainwater and coal fire in the distance. So not super charred, not super duper smoky, but just almost a wee kind of essence of something.
Yeah, obviously all the whiskies from Raasay is a lot of these, but I'm super excited to try the new stuff this year. I don't know, what is your vibe of Raasay? Obviously, not being there and stuff, but do you like it? I don't know if it's your style of whiskey. Like sometimes I think some of it might be too, I don't know, punchy or too rich, maybe.
I feel I have like a very heartfelt relationship with Raasay, but almost with you, because of you by proxy. Like I think, Raasay, and I'm keen to try. It probably wouldn't end up my palate like go-to distillery, but I thoroughly enjoy what I've tried. Um, but maybe wouldn't be sort of like lining up to buy
Yeah.
these. But today I particularly enjoyed the second dram we tried, the Colombian oak. I thought was
Yay.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it is lovely. It is nice.
And do you feel your Raasay connection and relationship is just forever deepening?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Nice.
I tried the Ardbeg, like when they did the collaboration with Ardbeg at the distillery. I tried like loads of random. They have all kind of funky stuff going on there. I
Mhm.
tried like wee samples at the distillery, and I do like it. Um, yeah, no, I think so. I don't really see it going anywhere, and it's my kind of balance of smoke, but also
Yes.
funkiness and meatiness, and I like smoke with sweeter notes as well. Yeah,
And the
no,
distillery is going from strength to strength, really, isn't it, in terms of like awards and accolades and getting recognition for what they're doing, impressing lots of people.
exactly. So you can expect more Rancid reviews from me on my Instagram and stuff once I get all the new bottles. If anyone is interested.
For those of you that don't know, Inka is a spirits blogger on the sauce again. Check her out.
Ah.
You've been listening to the Whisky Sisters podcast.
Well, Inka, it's nice to be back, and what a nice, heartwarming vibe that Raasay has given us for the start of season 5. And as Inka had said earlier, we would really love to hear your thoughts on Raasay or any questions you have about the drams.
Yes, and next month we will be diving deeper into independent farm distilleries, or single estate distilleries, as they are also called, with samples from 2 farm to bottle brands, which I don't want to reveal yet, so you have to listen to
Drum
find
roll.
out.
Exactly.
To be honest, I don't even like. I know the distilleries, but I don't know all the drams that we are getting. So I'm also like eagerly
Spoiler.
waiting.
No spoilers.
Yeah, but yeah, that would be nice. It's a new topic that I've been diving deeper in because it's quite interesting. I think
Perfect.
it's like a little cozy little distilleries. Also, I was gonna say something else. Oh yes, and I remember when we left in December, and I said I was gonna do loads of Instagram lives in January. Obviously, I didn't do any. Sometimes life gets in the way, and puppy life is tough. I think just like I quite enjoyed also taking January, just doing not much, and it's been so
Because the
rainy.
run up to Christmas can be full on, can't it?
Yeah, exactly. But I will do that at some point. But I just wanted to apologize to our listeners if some people were eagerly refreshing my Instagram account and nothing was happening. So sorry.
So watch this space for those.
Yeah, yeah.
Meanwhile, keep up with us for updates or, tumbleweed either or. Follow us on Instagram at whiskysisters.podcast, X at Whisky Sisters, and Facebook at Whisky Sisters Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you, Whisky Pals.
Yes, and see you in March, which hopefully will be springy weather rather than this rainy, horrible. Oh.
Exactly. Get well soon, sugar. You take care.
Bye-bye.
May your glass be full
and your dram on fire.